Hello everyone, I hope you're doing fantastic. Thank you for tuning into our channel and watching our videos. I'd also like to wish you and yours a very happy and safe Thanksgiving. Okay, the home I'm about to take us on a tour of is 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, single story, on a cul-de-sac in Mesa, Arizona. What's unique about this property, and although it could be fitting for everyone, I believe it's going to best fit for what we call investors. Now I'm going to go off protocol, and instead of diving right into photos of this property that just hit the market, again in Mesa, Arizona, is take some time about halfway through the video to explain a little bit more about what's happened to the iBuyers. iBuyers meaning instant buyers, and I'm quite sure if you're in the real estate, you've heard a little bit of the buzz of one of the biggest ones, well, kind of bit off more than they can chew. More on that later. My name is Shawn Rogers, the lead of the Mr. Rogers Homes team here in the Valley of the Sun. And we would be honored to help with all of your real estate needs. Buying, selling, renting, investing, you name it, we do it. Perhaps it's time to upsize or downsize. Or, like in the case of this property, maybe it's time to dive into your first investment property and start really seeing how buying real estate can change your life.
You can do it!
You gotta kind of know what you're doing, and that's where we come in. Okay, let's get into some of those pictures and then talk later. As promised, here I am. Pretty sure from the photos thus far, you can see that this property needs a little TLC. But don't be afraid. Once you put your personal touch to it, it will be transformed from a house to your home. Let's talk about iBuyers or instant buyers. Traditionally, their game plan is to purchase a house for as low as possible, then put in as minimal as possible in reference to repairs or perhaps upgrades, carpet and paint, etc. Then put the house right back on the market for as much as possible. Remember, they're not non-for-profit. That's exactly why they're doing this, to make a profit. Let's not get it twisted. There's nothing wrong with that. Unfortunately, and I'm quite sure you've heard in the news with the big one, and I won't mention Z's name, they perhaps bit off more than they could chew. Thus, they have a decent amount of inventory of houses that they're going to be putting on the market and are slowly putting on the market for probably less than they purchased them for. Or they're going to have to add upgrades or repairs to get the dollars out that they put in. I hope it works for them. Nothing against companies that are trying to make money.
Show me the money!
In certain areas, if you gobble off more than you can chew, well, you can kind of see what's happening now. Not because my team and I are one of the top rated firms in Arizona, but we're here to protect our sellers or buyers or both. Just depends on what hat we're wearing. But without babbling on forever, here's my point. An iBuyer's goal is to make money. So sellers have to be careful that the game plan for them matches up with the game plan of an iBuyer. That game plan may work for some, but what you always want to do, and from the bottom of my heart, is do the research before you sign on the dotted line. Okay, let's watch a couple more pictures of this property, and you can see that it needs the work. Again, don't be afraid of that. Many investors do very well by buying properties like this one and doing what they need to do with it. Sometimes they actually stay in it forever and ever. Other times, well, they do just what the iBuyers do, put it back on the market. But on my next pop-in, I will tell you a little bit more about investors and investing. Between here and there, do me a favor. Click thumbs up, click subscribe, and if you have any questions, leave it down in the comments below. I will get back to you as quick as humanly possible. This may be the last time I pop into this video. Then again, I'm not sure. I get excited about talking about what I love, real estate and helping others. Investors or investing. One of the most common terms you hear is fix and flip. Now, really what that means is you're going to purchase a property, fix the property, and then put it back on the market, thus flipping from you being a buyer to now being a seller. One of the things I always stress, usually to first-time investors, is you have to formulate a game plan, you have to have a budget, and more than anything, you have to allow the time frame that you believe it's going to take to put the house from working on to ready to sell. Many people think they're going to be able to do that in a weekend or a week or weeks, and it turns out to be a much longer time frame. And that, my friends, is where it starts hurting your pocketbook and sometimes family life, because you're missing in action trying to get the house ready for buyers. Now, sometimes a house only needs a little TLC, paint and carpeting. And I use those traditionally because they're the ones that are most easy to do or have somebody do. However, some investors or fix and flippers actually knock the house down and rebuild right from scratch. That's a little deeper of a conversation. Traditionally, it's the land and location that is more appealing than the actual property that they purchased. But in the case of this house, for example, so much potential. Maybe you just fill in the pool and call it a day. Maybe you fix the pool and there's a huge amenity or perk or upgrade when we list the property for you. But either way, if you're an investor at any level, profit is what you're seeking. And I would have to believe that since time is money, the faster you can get that property ready for the market and the least amount of money you spend into doing so to make it showroom ready, the better for you. Okay, I hope this last pop-in, or so I think it is, helps you out. Please take care of yourself. God bless America, and we'll talk again soon.